Welcome back, guys, to Young and Chatty with Nev and Kayla. Today's episode is going to be about unpopular opinions.
And it goes a little something like...
Okay, so, unpopular opinions. You totally do not have to agree with us. This is just things that we think that are just true or not true. Just totally our opinions. And we just want you to hear them because most of them are stupid. Alright, so I'm gonna go first. My number one. Oh, before I even go, me and Kayla wrote these down because we couldn't think anything on top of our head.
Yeah.
We would have struggled, so we spent like 20 minutes writing these down. But anyways, my number one is when people say that you do not need money to prosper or to succeed. Now,
You absolutely do.
you absolutely need money. Now, I know people are going to be like, money buys happiness, or like
money doesn't buy happiness, but it do.
but it do. It truly does. And it's like, don't get me wrong, like, yes, I need money and I want money, because without money, how am I supposed to get anywhere? How am I supposed to pay for anything? Like, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna like expose myself for money or like, you know, do something stupid for money. But I need money.
Yeah, you
I
kinda
need
need
me
money.
some money. Because
Everybody
I
need
want to
money
be able to go to the
nowadays.
grocery store and buy me a pineapple, man. You get me? I want to go to the
Bro,
grocery.
pineapples are expensive.
And you know what? That's another
They
thing.
used to be like 50 cents.
Like, come on. Anyways, but yeah, I feel like when people say that like money doesn't buy happiness or that you don't need money to succeed, it's just like, what are you talking about? Because you wouldn't even have the clothes that you're wearing if you didn't have money.
Yeah, that's true. Mine is Michael B. Jordan isn't attractive. That's mine.
No.
I do not see it. I don't see it. I think he's really, really overrated.
Okay, well, you keep thinking that because that man is just
No, he's not.
that man
He
is double
not
times fine.
attractive at all.
If I were to see Michael B.
I-
Jordan, I swear,
I can't.
I will literally scream on the top of my lungs
I
because
don't
that
understand
man,
it.
he's just so.
I don't
Yes,
understand it.
that's like saying Keith Powers isn't hot.
No, not that man.
That's literally saying like Keith Powers isn't
Okay,
hot.
but like really, if I had to choose between Keith Powers and
Michael-
B.
I'm gonna
Jordan,
choose
I'm
Keith
choosing
Powers.
Keith, because Michael B. Jordan is not that cute. He's not attractive.
Oh my god, Keith Powers, when he played in that one movie, what was that movie called? We watched it.
We did.
Yes, with
Oh, is it the movie I showed you?
Yeah, Gabrielle Union. I don't know what it's called, but that movie, he took me out. He took me out. I was questioning everything in the books.
Okay, to your next one.
Oh, side note. Also, if you hear the fan in the back, it's because it's really hot, and I guess we're too bougie for air conditioning, so ignore that. Anyways, my number two is going to be, people are really hyping up today's music. Kayla mentioned this earlier, but I feel like most of the music that we listen to now, or
It's
that's
so
around,
stupid.
it's really just not okay.
It's so stupid.
It's like they wasted their time. They
Yeah.
literally waste, and they're getting famous off of these songs.
and they're so stupid.
It's like, why are you getting famous off of this dumb stuff?
I think what it is, like, for me, I really like music that has a message.
Yes.
I love music
Yes.
that really makes you feel something.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some music, like some songs out there that just make me want to, you know, go crazy.
I feel like today's music, they're only doing it for TikTok for them to create
Yes,
dances.
that's basically
And
what
they
it
all
is.
sound the same. And it's like, bro, this is so
No, because time out.
ass.
Sexy Red. When she came out, I was like, why?
Yeah, I was like, girl, what are you doing?
Where'd you even come from?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's going on? Like, I mean, like, congratulations to you for being all famous and whatnot, but like, you're just talking. Like,
Just talking.
You're not
and
doing
that goes
anything.
with, like, almost every rapper. It's always about money, girls,
Sex.
sex. And it's like, bro, don't nobody care.
No one cares, love.
Don't nobody
No
care.
one
And then what
cares.
gets me, they be like, "Oh, Michael Jackson was my biggest influence." If Michael Jackson was here and he heard you
He
say
would
that,
be
he cussing you out.
so disappointed.
So disappointed. I can't stand today's music.
Yeah, I mean, the music that I listen to now, I mean, okay, people think I'm weird for it, but I listen to like a lot of classical music or like a lot of music from like plays, like Hamilton. That playlist go hard.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie.
Hamilton.
I listen to a lot of like music from early 2000s, and it's just a mixture of both. Like, that's just the type of music I listen
For
to.
me, just because like our parents are young. I grew up on 90s music, so like I obviously listen to them, but I don't listen to them like that much. I listen to people like obviously Michael Jackson, love the man. I listen to Hosier.
Yeah.
Bands like the 1975, The Neighborhood, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. Because my grandparents, like growing up with my grandparents and my parents, like the music that they listen to, I know it, and I like their music. I love their music because their music actually wants to like it makes you want to like get up and dance, and then like the music that our parents grew up with, like you said, like they're really young, like our parents are young. It's just like they make you either want to cry. They make you want to be like, yeah.
Yes, because I really love music that has a message. I really do. I really, really do. Me? Mm-hmm. Not everyone has talent, and we shouldn't hype them up because of it.
Okay, now, don't get me wrong. If you think you can do it, do it.
Try it, but don't think that you're gonna get famous because you're not.
Yeah. Because
like what I mean by that is like there's a lot of. I'm gonna just use guys. There's a lot of guys who wants to become rappers, but they absolutely cannot rap.
Like SoundCloud rappers?
Yeah.
Like, please stop.
Then like all their friends and everything, like, oh, my bro's coming up. I was like, no, bro, he's saying where he's at. He's not going nowhere.
Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I feel even so bad just saying it. It's just like when I'm listening to it, I'm like, what is this? I don't even understand what you're saying.
They be like so offbeat, and then they can't catch the beat, and then their lyrics are just so dumb.
Yeah, that's something. All right, so my next one would be body count matters. I think when it comes to body count, it matters.
Really?
I think so because it's just a thought in my head. Like, again, this is my opinion. You don't have to agree. The reason why I think that is because I know a couple of people who have done a lot with more than 10 people, and it's like, how can you do that? How can you, like, don't get me wrong, live your life, do what you gotta do, mingle, do what you gotta do, you know? But as a person, okay, if I were single and if I were looking for someone, and if you told me that you've done things with over 10 people, I would be like, okay, I don't think I could do that. Because then you also have to think about, did any of these people, like, have any, like, diseases or anything like that? Because you are messing with different type of people.
I understand, like, when it comes to that sense, I feel like as long as you're getting checked and you're healthy and you're being safe with that, go ahead. But I feel like body count really doesn't matter, because you have to understand, like, not everybody's looking for relationships.
True.
And then before that, everybody's hookup culture is a thing.
It is a thing.
It is a thing.
Like I said, do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
it's
do what you gotta
for
do.
me personally, like, I know for me, like, I couldn't. I mean, if you're a friend and if you're telling me, like, oh my god, like, I did this with this many people, then live your life, boo. Live your life.
I feel like it becomes a problem when it's back to back.
That's what I mean. Like, okay, like, you did this with this person last week, and then we have a new person, like, the next day. Like, okay, now you need to slow down. I can see if it's like, you know, I did 2 last year, 3, 5 years ago.
Months apart, years apart.
Then that's fine. But if it's like today, tomorrow, next week,
yeah,
then
it's like,
we need to stop. We need to calm down.
You need to get checked.
Your turn.
A pineapple belongs on pizza.
It sure do.
It really does.
It sure
do. A lot
of
people do not like it, but it definitely belongs on pizza.
Like, it's just like a type of sweetness. It adds that significant touch on it.
Yeah, pineapple belongs on pizza.
I agree. I 100% agree with that one. Okay, my next one would be body shaming. A lot of people say that skinny people don't get as much hate as heavier people do. I feel like it's both, because and I see it every day. It's like little small comments like, you never eat, or why do you eat like that, or you eat too much. And it's like, okay, if you're hungry, then you're hungry, and if you're not hungry, you're not hungry.
I agree with that.
I know for me, if growing up, people told me, like, you're skin and bones, and then there was a point where people were like, you're gaining, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Mm-hmm. Like, it's gonna happen. I'm a growing human being.
You're also a woman. Our hormones.
Yeah.
What the hell?
But I just don't believe in body shaming. Like, everybody is perfect the way that they are. If that's how God made them, then that's just it. Mm-hmm. All right, your turn.
Mine is drugstore makeup does the same thing as high brand makeup. They're literally the same thing.
And it is.
They're literally the same thing.
I feel like the only reason why people like to buy like really expensive makeup. Okay, for one, I think because I know for me, I do buy some drugstore makeup and I do buy some expensive makeup. The only reason why I do that is because for one, expensive makeup, what you pay for is what you're gonna get. It's gonna last long. It's gonna look. I mean, it's gonna look the same, but it's gonna last longer. It's not gonna look, not really, you know. But don't get me wrong. I be using that drugstore makeup. Like if I need me a bronzer, I'm gonna go to Walgreens. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I go to Walmart real quick. Don't get me
I feel
wrong.
like also for e.l.f. to be considered a drugstore makeup, I really don't think
It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
I do not
it's
think
not,
it is.
It's not expensive at all. But e.l.f. works.
e.l.f. does what it's
does a
supposed
lot.
to do.
I use their primer and oh my god.
Especially for e.l.f. to be in like Sephora, Ulta. I was like, why is it considered
Why?
drugstore
Yeah,
makeup?
yeah.
And that's the only brand that works for me. So I
And if
use
it
e.l.f.
works for you, do what you gotta do, boo.
e.l.f.
Do what
is
you
my
gotta
stuff
do.
right there.
Okay. My next one is going to be blocking people after an argument. Now, I know I used to do this. I used to block people a lot. I'd be like, "You want to fight with me? Blocked. You're gone." But now I just like growing up. I don't believe in that anymore because, for one, I want you to see that I'm thriving without you in my life. I want you to see what I'm doing, and I kind of want to see what you're doing too. So why are you blocking me?
I feel like for me, I never blocked anyone.
It's just not a really. There's no point.
I never seen the point of blocking someone.
There's
It's just
no
like,
point.
okay, you said what you said, I said what I said.
And then
whatever, that's
eventually, there's like some people out there who block somebody, and then like a month or two later, they unblock them. Like, what was the point
Yeah,
of
what
even
was the
blocking them in the
point?
first place?
just so you could get the last word in. It's
Like,
like,
stop.
bro, after this, I can guarantee you, I do not care.
Literally.
I didn't even care when we was arguing. I do not care. This one's gonna be kind of weird, but I feel like if you're easily offended, then it's a problem.
Okay, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some things do hurt, but at the end of the
Yeah.
day, you needed
I'm
to hear
saying
it.
things just like it's just like me being honest. Like if that offends you, then that's a you problem, and that's not my problem.
Especially if you ask like for an opinion or an advice, and if you get offended by that advice, it's like, why'd you ask? I'm gonna be honest with you,
Yeah.
But there are some things where like when people do say something that really do hurt, but it's like, okay,
I
they said it.
understand things that like if it comes to like one of your biggest insecurities and that person knows about it and they still say something about it, be offended. Of course, be offended. But I'm talking about
Like
where
if it's
just
something simple.
something so small.
Like, okay, you,
So
like if I were to
small.
say like you talk too much, and if you get
Yeah.
offended with that, it's like, why?
Because it wasn't that deep.
It's not that deep.
It's not that
People be
deep.
taking things a little bit too seriously when they shouldn't. Like, live your life. Who cares what
It's
people
that
say?
and people who can't take a joke.
That too. People
it's
get
so
too serious.
annoying. I'm like, bro, you are no fun.
All right. My next one is going to be when people say respect your elders.
I put that one too.
I believe that respect is earned, not given.
Yeah.
Just because you were way older than me does not mean I have to just automatically give you respect. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm going to respect you, but as soon as you disrespect me, don't think I'm just going to let that slide because I'm going to comment on that.
That's so funny. I literally put parents, grandparents, or elders need to be put in their place.
And they sure do.
They do.
They sure
I
do.
feel like, bro, just because you've been here longer does not mean you know everything.
It does not. It does not.
It does not mean you know everything. And I
It does
hate to
not.
break it to you. But if you do not respect me, I'm not going to respect you.
And I'm old enough to say something too. Like I
Yeah.
get it. Like when I was younger, I couldn't really say much because I was a child. But it's like now that I'm older, if I feel disrespected, I'm gonna come to you and be like, hey, like what you said was not cool. I don't think what you said was a nice thing
And
to
that's
say.
another thing. Like a lot of older people think just because of their age they could get away with stuff, and it's like
Nope.
no. No.
Not today, love. Nope, today, babe.
Drake is overrated.
I stopped listening to Drake when I was in like 7th grade. I don't know
Bro,
what that man be doing.
I cannot stand Drake. Bro.
I don't know what he's doing right now. I think what he's doing is just complete nonsense. Like, if you love Drake, love that for you. But me personally, and you don't even see him on social media that much anymore. Like, people don't really talk about him. So it's like, I don't understand. But,
Yeah, I can stand him.
speaking of celebrities, I put that I do not like Beyonce's new album.
Cowboy Carter?
Yeah, she I know she's from what, Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it, she's representing, but it's like I feel like she just made that. I mean, okay. she made that song, you know, to rep where she is from. But that song is like constantly used, and I feel like we get it, we understand.
See, I feel like that's
like on TikToks, it's just constantly
problem and not
used.
Beyonce, because she has many other songs.
She does have many
and
other
some
songs.
of her songs on her album are really deep, and I feel like, bro, if y'all stop making dances and listen to what she's saying.
No, I love Beyonce. Don't
y'all
get me
will
wrong.
like it.
Don't get me wrong. I love her dearly. It's just I feel like her new album is just way too overrated. Like they're hyping it up a little bit too much. So like, it's just too much for me.
I feel like with that, a lot of people don't like it just because it's like a country album.
I love country though.
Which is so funny because
I love country.
They're all like, oh, she's never been country, and I'm just like, well, I mean, you know,
maybe people be saying like, okay, why are you trying to switch it up? She can do whatever she wants. It's just I don't like how people are just
Taylor switched it up. She was a country artist, now she's a pop artist. What's the difference?
If people love some Swift,
right?
I'm
not hating on my girl Tay Tay. I love Tay Tay, but I'm saying
real.
she was a country artist before she was a pop artist.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, they're artists. That's what they do. They try new things. They switch it up.
I agree.
Keith Urban isn't even from the country. He's Australian, but he makes country songs. So I'm not seeing the problem. Anyway, it's okay to be friends with exes in certain situations. I feel like if it was a bad breakup and you talk shit about them 24/7 constantly, and then all of a sudden you're just like, oh yeah, I'm cool with them, I'm gonna be like, no, you're not, but go off. But I feel like I feel like if this were to happen to me, like if I were to date someone and we just decide both like, okay, us dating isn't working but we are really good friends, that's okay.
And I can agree because that kind of happened to me.
Yeah.
I dated someone. We only dated for like 3 or 4 months, and we were both very, very young. And then something happened, and then we stopped talking for a long while. And then he texted me and apologized, and we moved past it. And now we're like the best of friends ever. And a lot of people think that's so weird, and it's not. It's really not. Like, don't get me wrong. My recent ex. Oh no.
Yeah.
You won't see me being friends with that man. Oh
yeah.
no. But with our friend, because we're both friends with him, I just don't see that it's weird because one, we were very, very young. Like I was 16. Like it wasn't anything. No, I was 17. It wasn't really nothing that serious, you know. But like I said, we're the best of friends now.
Yeah, because it's okay for you to realize that you and this person are not compatible as lovers. But as friends, you guys are amazing.
Yep. I think I absolutely love our friendship more than
yeah.
Like I mean, I knew it wasn't going to work. Like it was kind of like a little high school little thing, but like as friends, totally love it. Love that man for real.
Also, I love growth because kind of the same with our friend did now. And my ex fleeing, she apologized, and I was like, "Girl, thank you. That's all I needed." They
took. You know, what's the word?
Accountability. They
took accountability. So it's like, you know what you did, and we're moving on.
Yeah,
that's it, and that's all. You know,
that's it. We are way older now.
This one is kind of stupid. I just wrote this one because like I saw something on TikTok, but I feel like a lot of people just love The Office too much. I watched one episode of it, and I was like, okay, no. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. There's not really much to say about it, but like, I've never watched it. I watched like 5 minutes into the episode.
I've never watched it.
People were like, give it a chance. And I'm like, no, if it's not entertaining at the first jump, I'm not watching it. Nope. Your turn.
I think that little kids should be able to cuss because I do not think cussing is a bad thing. I do not fight, because you know how like a lot of elders are like, no, cussing is so disrespectful. You should never cuss. It's like it's not cute to cuss. So why not?
Okay, for me, like if we're at home, if you're around family, but if we're in the church, please don't do that.
Okay, at church I understand.
Don't do that.
Do not cuss in the house of the Lord. Do not do that.
I mean, like, okay, if I had kids and if they wanted to say a little cuss word, I'd be like, go ahead, do what you gotta do, boo.
Yeah, because like if I have kids and they like just start cussing, I'm gonna just let them.
They're gonna grow up to cuss anyway.
They're gonna cuss anyway. And what's funny is because I'm the parent, I cuss. So why would I cuss and not let my kids cuss?
Then people are going to be like, you're the parent. Why are you letting your kids cuss?
Because it's freedom of speech.
I'm the parent. What are you talking about?
They're going to do it anyway. Like,
Okay, my next one is when people have been saying that people shouldn't say certain words to one another. For example, I call a lot of people love or babe or like hey girl, but like it could be to a dude. And they'd be like, "Why are you calling me babe? Don't you have a boyfriend?" I'm like, "Bro, that's just something that I say, you know?
Yeah.
Like
I'm
it's okay,
bro,
babe.
I don't want you.
I don't want you. Don't. I don't want you.
I do not want you, bro.
And like another thing, and this one's a big one. Like I might get hate for this, but like my belief is when people have been saying the N-word, I feel like people do get offended with that when like someone out of the race says the N-word. You have every right to say whatever you want. I don't really care, but like people are gonna say it. Like there's no way of stopping it, but making it a big problem is what's making it a big problem.
Yeah.
There's no way. I mean, okay, like if you're saying it out of context, then it's like okay, like calm down. But if it's just saying it like just to say like in your friend group or whatever like
with that.
it's like
because yeah, I agree with that because there'd be like so many people saying the N-word, and then I let them because
I don't get offended. Like I can't do anything about it.
I understand if it's like the hard ER and they're like being racist
or
then,
then
I understand. But if they're just saying it just to say it, like just calling their friends one, because I call my friends them, even if they're white, Asian,
whatever,
it doesn't matter. I will call you one.
Yeah,
but I don't find a problem with it.
I mean, like I said, I just feel like it's being a big problem because people are making it a big problem.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do about it. Like
they're gonna say it.
They're
regardless.
gonna say it regardless.
Like I'm pretty sure they say it in their houses,
and there's nothing you can do about it.
Like
there's nothing you can do about it. You can't go in their house and be like,
go.
stop saying it. Like just leave it alone.
Let it go, bro. It's not that deep.
If they come up and offend you with it, then say something. Be like, hey, I don't feel comfortable with you saying this to me. Then okay, but people are gonna say whatever they want to say. Like that's just how it is. Time is evolving. That's how it is.
It is what it is. What's another? Oh, purple and orange are the ugliest colors to me.
Please explain, because okay, yeah, go ahead and explain.
Okay, so it's just like I think orange is really unflattering on anybody. I don't think anybody looks good in orange, and I also don't believe orange is like a good decoration color. It's not like
okay, but what about like the boho orange? It's like a brown orange color. I kind of like that.
Like a burnt orange kind of thing? I think a burnt orange, then but it depends on like how talented you are with decorating. Because it doesn't. What do you pair with that besides like nudes and everything like that?
Because you can't do orange. And
you can't do
pink.
Much. Yeah, that's ugly as hell. Same with purple. I do not like the color purple.
I only like purple when it's like lavender or lilac, because it's a light color. You could do a lot with those colors, a lot.
True, but I just don't like it.
That's fine. That is totally fine.
I did just. So
and
ugly.
you guys want to know why? Because Kayla doesn't even like color. All she wears is black. Right, like right now, she's wearing a black shirt with a black bandana. The only color that she's wearing right now is some blue jeans. That's it.
Okay, well let me.
No, because that's all Kayla wears.
Bro, that's my favorite color. I'm not emo. A lot of people think I'm emo, and I'm not emo. I don't know why people think that.
She's just dark. Her soul is dark.
Okay. I just love dark stuff.
And that's fine.
Because bright things make me uncomfortable.
Yeah, Kayla wore pink like 2 weeks ago. And she was thriving in that pink. But it just didn't fit her.
Yeah. I'm never wearing that again.
She still look cute though. Anyways. I don't like it when people take things too seriously. When it's like even the smallest things. Like, just get over it. Get over it. It could be like a certain argument over like something so stupid. Whatever. Get over it. If you're not gonna worry about it tomorrow or next year, then it's not important to take it seriously.
Yeah. This one's kind of going to be bad, but hear me out on this one. Gentle parenting does not work.
And it sure does not. And if that's we already made an episode about this. Make sure you go listen to that. But anyways, we made an episode about this, and I just do not believe in gentle parenting. I'm not saying abuse your kid. I'm not saying scream at your kid.
I feel like people don't know the difference between abuse and discipline. That's the problem. I'm not saying fully just beat up your kid. No, I'm not saying that. But a simple
pop on the hand, raise your voice a little bit to make it known, like, hey,
like,
you're not supposed to be doing this.
Because
Because basically, all you're basically doing with a gentle parenting is, hey, sweetie, don't do that. Okay, tomorrow they're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
What is that teaching them? You know,
Like,
not
you
teaching them
have
anything.
to actively let them know that what they're doing isn't okay.
Because then, if you're gonna keep doing gentle parenting, it's just you're gonna have to keep repeating yourself over and over and over.
And I'm not doing that.
Sure,
Because one time
please.
is enough.
You're
old
it
enough
should
to
be
know
enough.
now.
Should be enough. Okay, my next one is going to be double standard. Now, the only example that I can really think about is when you say you don't want a person doing something or saying something or wearing something. It could be anything of that sort, but then the next day you're doing those things. Like, don't do that. Don't do that, because then you're a hypocrite. Just stop.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Yeah, and I will say something about it.
Yeah, I mean, like, didn't you just say yesterday that you didn't like me doing that, but here you are doing it? Let's talk about it.
Please,
let's talk about
what's
it.
going on?
Because that does not make not one sense. Not one. Go ahead, it's your turn.
This may also be bad, but I hate insecure people. And I'm not talking about, like, you're insecure about, like, your looks or your weight or anything like that. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is, like,
Relationships.
Oh,
yeah.
Like, if you're mad because your boyfriend has girlfriends, mind you, that they known before you came along, you should not be mad until your boyfriend has stopped being friends with those girls.
We have experience with that.
Yeah. And next time that happens, I'm cussing them out.
I'm cussing
But
both of
anyway,
them. Both of them.
But anyway, I hate it. It
Yeah.
makes no sense.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me.
I mean, be respectful to your relationship, of course, but, like, you can't tell me who to be friends with and who not to be friends with.
Yeah,
That's
because
just not-
I've seen, like, a lot of people, again, on TikTok, were just like, oh, my guy best friend has a girlfriend, so I'm gonna step away. Why? Do you want him? If you want him, then I understand. Like, that's not okay. But if you guys are just simply just friends and that's all it is,
Why?
why are you stepping away from a
Yeah.
friendship?
Yeah.
I would never.
Yeah.
I'd like, maybe
that
that's
actually,
you problem.
that actually, like, happened to me, actually. When I got into a relationship, I had a friend that's a guy, and he just stopped talking to me. And I'm like, why? We're literally just friends. There's nothing wrong with that. My friend, my boyfriend's not telling me to stop being friends with you. And even if he did, I'm not going to do that because we're friends. We've been friends for over 10 years. Nothing has happened between us like that. And if anything did, then I'd be like, hey, dude, we're friends and that's it. And if you want to get all weird with it, then okay, do what you got to do. But if we're simply friends, we're just friends.
Like, we're just friends.
Like,
that's it.
That's it and that's all.
Yeah, that's what I mean when I hate insecure people.
Yeah.
Because that means you're insecure with yourself. And that has nothing to do with the friends.
Even with insecurities, like body insecurities, like, I know people, like, hate certain things about their body, but, like, don't hate that. Like, that's just how you're made. Learn to love it because that's how you're made. I get it. Like, there's girls out there and guys out there that, you know, have that perfect body, that have, like, that perfect face. But honestly, nobody's perfect.
A lot
It's
of
not
it
perfect.
has to do with genetics too. Like, you
That-
can't
yeah.
change your genetics. If it runs in your family, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna
to you.
happen. And if that's how you're made, then that's just what you're gonna
As
have
long
to
as
do.
you are healthy, what you look like does not
It does
matter.
not matter. It doesn't matter. Love who you are.
Be who you are.
Be who you are. Alright, so this one's my last one. It's kind of like, I mean, I wouldn't say it's crazy, but, like, this is just a really, not weird, but anywho. I just don't understand when people say that there's no such thing as God. I get it. You can have your own beliefs. That's fine. I'm not gonna, you know, say anything about, oh, you don't believe in God? We can't talk. Whatever you believe in is what you believe in. But you also have to think about, how are we here? We're not just here just because. There had to be something. Creation had to happen in order for us to be created. The earth couldn't be created by itself. It had to be created by someone, by something.
See, I feel like I agree with you, but I feel like what people mean about, well, with that is just like, they believe in, like, there's a higher power, but they don't believe, like,
That it's God.
that it's God. Because
understand.
in their heads, it's like, okay, I'm just going to take it back to, like, history and everything.
Yeah.
Like, slavery. If there was a God, why did he let that happen to us?
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, the Holocaust. If there's a God, why did he let that happen to them?
No, I understand that.
And
I
then, like,
understand
with
that.
their personal lives, it's like, okay, I prayed about this, but this still
But
happened to
nothing
me.
happened. And I get that.
why
I
did that
truly
happen?
do. I
I
truly
think
do.
that's what it is in their head.
Yeah, and I understand that. I do. I just, for me, like, me personally, I feel like even though that it's bad things, God still has a plan. Like, he made, like, yes, something happened. It could be like, okay, for example, you know how, like, all these shootings happening at the schools and stuff? Like, why would God let that happen, you know? Like, why are you letting these kids die, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that God did that, but, you know, things happen. But what I'm trying to say is, like, in order for you and I to be standing here talking, living and breathing, it just, how is that possible? Something had to create us. Someone, you never know. But that's just something that...
Yeah. I feel like it has a lot to do with just how people are taught and raised.
Yeah.
A lot of the times, too.
All right.
I don't really have nothing else. Oh, I do. I have one more, and that is me not liking Kool-Aid or fruit punch.
And I agree.
That is so nasty. I don't understand it.
I don't get it. I mean, when I was little, I used to drink it, but I was little. I was a kid. Kid like sugar. That's it. But like now that I'm older, I don't drink fruit punch. I don't drink Kool-Aid. I don't even drink soda anymore. I just can't do it.
Light soda is nasty as well.
Light, like 0%, like 0 sugar?
No, I'm talking about, like, you know how, like, dark soda and light soda, like Sprite and everything like that. I only really love dark soda. I
don't like dark soda. I don't know why. I feel like it's just way too sweet, and I feel like it's gonna give me cavities.
You know I never had cavities.
And you know what's so crazy? I know I'd be like saying I want something sweet, but usually the sweets that I have are like fruit. So it's like, why do I have a cavity if I'm eating fruit?
Oh, I have one more. Vegetables are better than fruit.
I think, I like them equally. I eat more fruit than vegetables. I think the only vegetables that I really like is just broccoli. I mean, okay, I have another one. Tomatoes. People say that's a fruit.
It is fruit.
I don't think it is. It's a vegetable.
It's a fruit.
It's a vegetable.
It's definitely
I think it's literally a vegetable.
Really?
And I just need someone to prove to me, like, how is it a fruit? Just because how it grows? I don't understand.
Okay, I kind of don't understand that, but I don't think tomato is a vegetable.
How is it a fruit, though? I just don't understand.
I don't understand how it would be like a vegetable.
Because, okay, like, you eat tomatoes with a salad. And the salad, that's all vegetables. Okay, but I'm just saying, like, when people eat tomatoes with a salad, like, that's all vegetables.
But, I mean, I guess.
I just don't understand how it's a fruit.
I guess.
But that's it for today's episode. Thank you guys for listening to our random opinions. Just make sure you like this video. Subscribe to our channels on Spotify, on YouTube. We have Instagram and TikTok. And remember, guys,
stay young.
Stay chatty.